Pitter patter, let's get at her. Welcome inside the Jubilee Recreation Center. It's Cody Jansen with you on a Wednesday night. Alberta Series Lacrosse action on CROW LAX TV as the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels take on the Beaumont Outlaws. Fort Saskatchewan 0-1. Tough start to the season, a 17-6 loss against the Edmonton Miners. The Outlaws, they're 1-1-1, coming off of a 9-9 tie against the Miners Lacrosse Club. Garrett Nolsky is at the X against Steven Nielsen, and we are underway at the JRC. Scrambles picked up by Corey Takahara off the drop. He'll run around Nielsen and hand this one off. Jordan Dewar, the former Junior B captain in Fort Saskatchewan, as Ethan Wong up top. Wong for Eng. They'll swing it around the horn. Greg Beret over to Dewart. High shot goes wide, and this one's going to bounce back out into the neutral zone. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Fort Saskatchewan going right to left wearing their red jerseys. They get one at the end of the shot clock. Save made by Scott Cavalinas, your starter tonight for the Beaumont Outlaws. Lehman gets the offense going. Taylor Osterman now. Left side of the floor off to Joe Royer. Royer cuts to the middle. Pass goes across the floor. Near side around Morris. Osterman the shot. John McMillan makes the save. McMillan, the Team Ireland national goaltender, getting his first start of the Alberta Series Lacrosse season. Already gotten some action this year at the Alistair Bresky with the Warriors. As Marcus Fouillard's down the highway. Jordan Wheaton's in tight, and it's stopped by Cavalinas. A good look there for Jordan Wheaton, the Rebels' Swiss Army knife this season. Tokar now. He's defended and pushed out by Logan Noyen, but Joe Royer's there to relieve some pressure. Dick will keep it over. Lehman, outside look. McMillan takes one off the toe, and it ends up in the netting. Fresh 30 clock for the Outlaws to work with. Lehman's on the run. Now it's over to Dick, trying to go 5-hole on McMillan, and he's going to drop on it. Won't allow a rebound either. Outlet pass for Corey Takahara. Takahara stripped on the boards, but Dewart's in, and he'll scoop up the loose ball. Dewart running towards the middle. Gets a double team on him. Ball's on the ground. Wong tries to hop in there as well as Dallin Rye was in. And he's going to cause a turnover. Outlaws going back the other way. 2-on-1 if they can control it. Bouncer won't find its way to Michael Gillespie. Gillespie's got a goal and an assist already this season. Running in transition. Former Junior B Rebels. Spent plenty of time inside the JRC. Dallin Rye slows it down. He's got Adam Horlack with him. The crude product. Ball comes up top. Shot got blocked by Jacob Morris. Good stick got in the way of that one, and Morris is back on the trail. Ball comes over to Shellington, ends up on the ground as Bryce Schmerman causes a turnover. Here's Murphy the other way. Dewart has Beret up top. Greg Beret in tight, takes a slash. Call coming. McMillan going to head to the bench. This ball's going to be over and back, but Fort Saskatchewan getting their first power play opportunity of the game with 16:50 left to go in period number 1. Slashing is going to be the call on Horlack as Fouillard says hi to the one and only Ethan Forgrave, who's got a seat in row 4 tonight. Greg Beret will be up top on the power play. Ethan Egg, Marcus Fouillard are in the shooter spots. Garrett Nolsky, Jordan Wheaton by the crates. Fouillard's in tight, couple of fakes. Trying to go low on Cavalinas. Save gets made. 25 on the shot clock. Jordan Wheaton might have just forced a turnover down low. Got an early jump on Jaden Green. Ball's on the ground, and now a 10-second count. Closer to a 13-second count, but we'll let it fly. Rebels still in the power play for $1.32. Ang's inside. Has Nolski. Those two will pass the near side boards. Greg Bright still up top. He'll steer the ship on this power play. Backs it up over to Fouillard. Quick stick for Ang. What a save by Cavalinas. Got over and got it with the right pad. Tavis Needham now. He'll run down the floor. Nolski's on the back check, and Garrett Nolski with a caused turnover, but a call is going to be coming here against Fouillard, I believe. Trip it is as Marcus Fouillard heads off, and we'll play 4-on-4 for 69 seconds. Nice. 15:58 left to go in period number 1. Joe Royer, the most dominant player Tier 1 Junior B's seen in a while. With his year last year, pass got picked off by Takahara, though. Corey Takahara got a jump, and now he's got a partial break, trying to cut inside. Takahara, fake pass, crease dive, ball loses. Chance to go on a partial break, decided to pull it back and try a spin move to the middle. Unable to free up space, though, as Joe Royer got back about 150 feet and cut off any opportunity. 4-on-4. Tassie's got to be careful in front. Shellington with it. 10 to shoot. Trying to go high to high. That one's a few feet wide, and it's picked up by Cam Ellingson. Ellingson now, the big man. Swim move. 1-on-2. Has to be careful. Cuts up the middle now. Greg Bright, feet across for Wong, over to Ellingson inside, stop made by Cavalinas. Liam McKenna now. Up top, the handoff, David Lehman's there. Outlaws on the power play for the next 45 seconds, dozen on the shot clock. Dick is on the near side. Rise up top, trying to go 5-hole on McMillan. Save is made, easy outlet. No surprise, it'll run through Dallin Rye up top. 9 points, 6 goals so far this season. Ang near side, 12 on the shot clock, 15 left in the penalty to Fouillard. So you'd assume they run something in a few seconds here. As Wheaton scoop up top, D-word, time to shoot, trying to go near side. Cavalinas got it off the outside of the left leg. Nielsen runs it up the floor, and he'll slow it down. A couple of scratches for Beaumont tonight. No Cam Wen-Greniak, no Zach Wildebort, no Liam McCann. Driving is John McMillan. Tested inside. Adam Horlak was trying to drive the cage there. Takahara, hidden ball fake, throws the ball off and he scores! The hidden ball fake works. Corey Takahara finds the back of the net, take a bow. It's 1-0 Rebels. Corey Takahara, you can see in the replay, the hidden ball fake. Everyone thinks it's with Ethan Wong. Takahara has it, and he finds the back of the net because Cavalinas is looking to his left. What a finish by Takahara to make it 1-0 for Fort Saskatchewan. Shellington looking to cut the lead in half now for Beaumont. Outside look, John McMillan not tested for the sink. Matt Dick with it now. 10 to shoot. He's pushed back by Jackson. Pass goes right through the middle there. It's on the ground. McMillan's trying to find it. The ref was in his way for a second. Now he'll scoop it around. Tanner Tassi in the corner. Stripped by Tokar. Fresh 30 clock for the Outlaws here. Down by 1, 12:40 left to go in the opening frame. Tokar's out of the corner. Couple of assists for him this season. Lehman, outside look, and it's John McMillan with the left shoulder save. Rebounds on the ground, and it's scooped by Carter Walker. Walker airmails one. Fouillard, break, 2-on-1, Fort Saskatchewan. Marcus Fouillard in tight. Couple of fakes, and he's stopped by Cavalinas. Scott Cavalinas now 7 saves so far through 8 minutes here in the opening frame for Beaumont. Keeping it close. Osterman wearing the C this year for Beaumont. Joe Royer's with him on the two-man game. Lehman's up top. Royer trying to spin around Fowler. Big man pushes him back, and Takahara's in there for a cause turnover. Fowler's going to run with it now. Bench tells him to hold. He wanted to run for a second. Feed comes to Greg Beret late. Room, and he scores! Greg Beret off the 3-on-2, puts it hip high, and Fort Saskatchewan is up by 2. Well, Joe Fowler didn't listen to the bench, and that works out as he turns and he throws it at him. Over to Greg Beret. It's that little step outside, and he's able to beat Cavalinas to the glove side. And Fort Saskatchewan up by 2 now in the JRC. Greg Beret's now got 4 on the season. Another face-off ends up going Beaumont's way. Lehman's up top, ball on the ground. Fort Saskatchewan scoops as Noah Jackson was there. Garen Nolsky runs up with it. Jaden Green trying to grab it, but it was the shot clock had expired. So Fort Saskatchewan gets a fresh 30 to work with. Wong, spin move for D-Work. Back for Wong. Up top is Ellingson getting an offensive shift here. Played majority of last year when healthy on the D-gate. Prior to that, he came out the O-gate a little bit more. He's got a big presence. He can open up some space, and he's got the hands to finish as well. He's a golfer. You got to have hands for that. Now he'll go off for a rest, and Marcus Fouillard starts the charge. Down for Wheaton. Wheaton's got Ang down low. Garanolski's in tight, trying to go 5-hole. He puts it right in the big woody of Scott Cavalinas. Now Cavalinas outside of the crease. Fouillard almost forces a turnover, but Brett Orr comes in to scoop and save the day. Halfway through the opening period here in Fort Saskatchewan. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV, Alberta Series Lacrosse. Game of the week, a Wednesday night in Fort Saskatchewan. Rebels looking for their first win of the season. Outlaws looking for their second. Jordan Dewart yet to get on the score sheet this season as Marcus Fouillard up top. It was a penalty-filled affair with the Miners in their season opener. And Fort Saskatchewan unable to get anything going on offense. Greg Beret, 6 to shoot. Hard pick sent by Ang. Beret's in the middle. Bouncer goes wide. Fouillard, as the shot clock expires, as he's just going to roll this one in the corner. Adam Horlak, a goal, 3 assists in his senior season debut. Joe Royer, flip pass inside, got knocked down by Takahara. Royer pushed back by Tassie Shellington, trying to go high to high. Far side, won't find it. Right now, shot as well, misses the cage, and Fort Saskatchewan defense is holding the fort so far. Wong has Jordan Wheaton, far half walk. Garanolski now, again looking to go low on Cavalinas, is unable to beat him. Jaden Green turns on the Jets. Woodco with the back check. Joe Fowler in as well. Ball ends up on the ground, and John McMillan is there. Scoops it off the concrete, and he'll throw an outlet for Marcus Fouillard. Fouillard defended by Killian Drysdale. Pass over to Greg Beret. A little spin inside move. Finds D-Word. Fake pass. Back for Ang. It's by his feet. And Beaumont will have it in their own zone for a second. Ball ends up on the ground as Liam McKenna had Greg Beret all over him. Matt Dick for Nathan Shellington. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Drive and punch it back up top. Dick over to Joe Royer. Royer now gets inside. Save made. Rebound, scores. On the rebound, it's the captain, Taylor Osterman. He's got his first of the season, and Beaumont cuts the lead in half. Dick with the swing pass, and then Royer is the one who opens up space. Got around his defender. Save made by McMillan, and just on that rebound, it's the captain who walks up on it and makes it a 2-1 game for Fort Saskatchewan. Murphy down to Wheaton. Marcus Fouillard's up top. You know, when you're facing Scott Cavalinas, if you can get to 10, you're doing something right. Greg Bright drives inside, tries to go low, and the bouncer ends up off of his pads and bounces to Fouillard. Three lefties on the floor as Ethan Wong joins the charge. Wheaton, Bright, high to high, save made by the Beaumont netminder. Wong has it, fresh 30. 6:30 left to go in period number 1. Fort Saskatchewan, Beaumont on CROW LAX TV. Some shot comes in from Fouillard. Cavalinas moving to his right, falls on it, no problem. Dallin Wright, 6 goals this season. Pitches one for Brent Orr, getting a shift out the own gate. Layman, short side. Save made by McMillan, and Jacob Morris is in there like a dirty shirt to scoop up the loose ball. The traveling Laxman just off of his Team USA tryouts down south of the border for the 2024 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. Gets the Rebels offense in motion. D-Word, Fouillard down the highway, and it's off the crossbar. Back to Beret. Inside look. I believe that was intended to be a pass for Fouillard. Out of his reach, and the Outlaws will head down north. Joe Royer pops one up for Horlack. Junior B enemies, now teammates on the senior circuit. Dick, flip for Shellington. Bouncer won't go. Cam Ellingson walks it up the floor, and he'll wait for the offensive experts as well. Nice to see a lot of minor lacrosse jerseys on this side of the stands here at the JRC. I know the far side doesn't look as packed, but both of the suites and booths have a lot of young lacrosse players in attendance. Wong, shot got deflected. Penalty upcoming against Beaumont. And I believe it'll be a hook or a hold being called as Davin Baldock takes the jog of shape. Highest level of lacrosse here in Alberta outside of the Calgary Roughnecks, who are now no longer in contention for an NLL championship. We'll take a look at the Ottertown scoreboard as well after the intermission, get you caught up. A lot of summer ball lacrosse going on. Greg Bray back up top on the power play. Fort Saskatchewan 0 for 1 so far this evening. Down for Wheaton. Quick stick, scores. Jordan Wheaton's got his first of the season, and Fort Saskatchewan is up 3-1. Quick work on their second power play of the game. Greg Bray knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. And Jordan Wheaton on the quick stick made absolutely no mistake. Nielsen dominant at the dot so far tonight. Hasn't resulted in too many outlaw goals, though, being outshot 14-7 as well. Dick tries to put it around his defender, and this one's going to bounce all the way back into the benches. Greg Bray trying to spin away from Nielsen. He'll shake his hand. Maybe he got a little stick in there. Fouillard has Ang cutting down the middle, and he scores. Ang goes top shelf inside, and Fort Saskatchewan has a fourth. Ethan Ang found himself with a little extra space down Main Street. Got the feed from Fouillard. Put it over that glove shoulder of Cavalinas. Ang's got his second of the season. Fort Saskatchewan leads by 3. Tanner Tassay, as some might say. Fouillard, hard pick set by Wheaton. Fouillard's inside. Cavalinas comes way out to challenge. He'll direct traffic. Ang looking to shoot around Bray. Goes off the defender. Not sure if that was Kai Bailey that hit or who was the one swinging across the middle. Caught a defender, and then the Outlaws go and throw it away with 3:10 left to go in period number 1. Let us know what you think of the replay as well. We're trying something else out here. If you're in the YouTube chat, give us a thought. Jordan Wheaton drive. Save made by Cavalinas. Scoop back by Greg Bray. Jordan Wheaton now. Short side. Kai Bailey definitely soaked that one. D-Work rolls with 15 to shoot. Greg Bray defended by Rye. D-Work with the shot wide of the net. Ends up behind the cage for Cavalinas. Rye's going to have to settle this one down here. 20 on the shot clock. I think he'll just stay and play some offense. Horlak inside feet. Deflected down. Takahara was going to chase it. Royer, Lehman, 5 to shoot. Rye inside. Horlak with the twister, and he scores. Beautiful passing ends up in the back of Fort Saskatchewan's net as Royer ends up throwing that one down, and off the hop, Adam Horlak caught it inside. The righty, with not a lot of room on the far side, went twister short side, and he's able to sneak one behind John McMillan. Had McMillan moving left, and he went to his right. Osterman throws this one up here. Beaumont looking to chip away at the lead. 1:45 left to go in period number 1. Shot 16-8 in favor of Fort Saskatchewan. Shellington across the floor, rise inside. Save made by goaltender John McMillan, and he's got to fall back on it. Fouillard's got Wheaton up top. Jordan Wheaton, one in the gate for Marcus Fouillard. Trying to pop it inside for Ethan Wong. Couple of defenders all over him, though. Nielsen going for a jog. Run into by Wheaton. Jordan Wheaton now stuck back out on defense. Horlak, hot stick right now. Trying to blast one through John McMillan. We'll go in the last minute of play here in P1. Ball over to Nolski. Threw it into his thighs. Fouillard's up top. 13 on the shot clock. 35 left in the period. Greg Bray. They aren't going for a 2-for-1 here. Look for Bray, and it's stuck in Cavalinas' pad, and you'd expect Beaumont to use a timeout here with 27 seconds left. Garrett Nolski a little bit slow, but will step aside as Beaumont draws up a play here. 27 seconds left to go in period number 1. Maybe they won't be calling a timeout. Originally, it looked like that's what Cavalinas wanted. Good thing we didn't go anywhere. Joe Royer up top, shut the shot clock off. 22 seconds left to go in period number 1. Outlaws 2 goals on 10 shots. Joe Royer holding it down till about the 8-second mark. Rye on his left, Lehman's up top. Dick now trying to go, and that one's soaked by Matt Murphy. 2 to shoot. Rye's got another look. It's over the net. And Fort Saskatchewan escapes with a 2-goal lead after 20 minutes of play. 4-2 is your score. We'll recap that period, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and more when we come back. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Welcome back inside the Jubilee Recreation Center. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Fort Saskatchewan taking on Beaumont this evening in Alberta Series Lacrosse action. Corey Takahara at the dot wins the draw against Taylor Osterman. Rebels leading 4-2 after 20 minutes of play, out shooting the Outlaws 17-11 as well. Rebels going left-right on your TV screen wearing their home reds. Outlaws going right to left in their road whites. Jordan Dewart around Gillespie to the middle. Rips this one. Goes off the shoulder of Scott Cavalinas and out of play. Long from the corner has Greg Beret up top. Scored the second goal of the game for Fort Saskatchewan. Ang now to the middle. No defender near him. It got caught in Cavalinas' jersey and it falls in the crease. Rebels got goals from Corey Takahara, Greg Beret, Jordan Wheaton, and Ethan Ang in that opening frame. Outlaws, Taylor Osterman, and Adam Horlak scored. Near side, it's Joe Royer. Former Edmonton Warrior swings it around. Rides in the middle, trying to go stick side on McMillan. Bounces wide. Fowler tries to poke it back. Rye has it, and as the shot clock's expiring, he'll bounce this one back into Fort Saskatchewan territory. Jacob Morris, outlet feed for Garen Nolski. Good to see Garen Nolski back on the floor after getting a little slow, getting up earlier as Greg Beret goes low on Cavalinas, and Fort Saskatchewan's up 5-2. Greg Beret just steps into this one. So you see it's a little cut to the middle. Defender stands there, pick comes, shoots around them both, and he just overpowers Scott Cavalinas. Low to the glove side, and Fort Saskatchewan back up by 3. Violation called on Corey Takahara, and now Beaumont throws this one away. Jaden Green a little lackadaisical with the pass up to the forwards, and Fort Saskatchewan gets away with one. Tip drill on the inside. Garen Nolski couldn't control. Ang shot got a stick up high from Nielsen. Those two will have some words as Cavalinas throws one out for Green. Jacob Morris back on defense. Joe Royer down to the corner. Rye across the floor. Shot comes from Lehman. Save made by McMillan. Logan Noya. Stretch pass. Jacob Morris now waiting for some help, and it'll come in the form of Greg Beret. Pass intended for Wong. Goes a little behind him, and now Morris has to get back on defense. Tavis Needham will run. Needham up the middle. Man, all alone's Ryan. He scores. A missed assignment inside, and Dallin Rye had all the time in the world to bury his 7th of the season. Needham runs it up, and as you can see, both defenders are looking at the ball handler. No one was watching Dallin Rye, who caught the pass, and he pulls it short side on John McMillan. Rye's got his first of the game. Rebels back on offense, looking to respond, up by 2. Bright down for Wheaton over his head, and it'll bounce out to Green. Jaden Green now, and Joe Royer a little hot off the bench. It's not a penalty in summer ball, unlike the NLL, but it is a change of possession. Wong Feed for Ellingson. He goes low to high. It's off the crossbar, off the back of Cavalinas, and it ends up behind the net. Michael Gillespie now has Lehman waiting. Joe Royer, the notorious little hop step inside. Penalty coming to Fort Saskatchewan. Horlack's shot deflected. Won't make its way to McMillan, but a call is coming, and I believe that'll be Noah Jackson heading to the sin bin. Beaumont's power play 0 for 1 so far in the contest. They've got 13 shots on goal total. Slashing is the call on Jackson. Rise up top on the power play. Osterman and Lehman are in the shooter spots. Joe Royer and Nathan Shellington will play crease side. Rye on the back pedal. Down for Royer. Inside Rye, trying to go stick side on McMillan, and it's punched out. Fresh 30 clock for the Outlaws. Rye with it. Lehman's there. Now he'll try and go low on McMillan. Rebound popped out for a second. But Logan Noyen with the airmail pass finds Cam Ellingson. All 6'6" Cam Ellingson. Beat up by Steven Nielsen. The two biggest guys in the barn tonight going head to head. Swim move by Ellingson. Nielsen lost his stick. D-Wort now. 7 on the shot clock. D-Wort has Bray cutting towards the net. Now he'll try to pull this one across the body, and it bounces into his own bench. Outlaws still on the power play for the next 55 seconds. Shellington. Pass goes off of his stick and out of play. He grabbed it hoping no one would see. The ref's a little sharper than that, especially tonight. Fine reffing here in the Senior B circuit. Joe Fowler, big man, burns around Michael Gillespie. Cuts back, has Ethan Ang awaiting. Marcus Fouillard holds on to it. 10 on the shot clock around Kai Bailey. Bailey now runs over Fouillard as he's going to end up throwing this away. Bailey, one of the two mainstays with the Edmonton Warriors last year. That won a Larry Bishop and went all the way to the Founders Cup. Right, 5 left on the power play. Lehman's there. Down for Royer, cross crease feed for Shellington. Osterman's in there. Shellington's got it again. Short side shot. Save made by McMillan. Beaumont now 0 for 2 on the power play. Corey Takahara to the middle. Feeling it here. He's got the little toe drag to get to the corner. Pass up top for Wheaton. Strike 1, strike 2. Strike 3, you might have to go change. And Needham, 2 on 2. Noyan's off the bench. Morris is caught back as well. 3 on 2. Over to Needham, and he ends up stepping in the crease. Good positioning there by Noyan and Morris as they take away those passing lanes. And for Needham, well, he got inside, didn't have room to shoot, didn't have any passing lanes, and he loses where he is on the floor. Fouillard, feed for one. Greg Beret now trying to go 5-hole. He's on hat-trick watch, and the save's made by Cavalinas. Outlet for Baldock. As Horlack up in the middle. Dallin Rye as well. Shellington. Hard pick sent by Lehman on Dean Wojciechowski. And Wojciechowski wanted a breakaway. And now behind the play, we got a little bit of extra stuff going on. they're going to reset this here for Fort Saskatchewan. As up top, Jordan Dewart will have it. Now the Rebels get 5 on the floor. Full yard. Spin move, short side, kick saved by Cavalinas. Fresh 30 clock for the Rebels to work with. Full yard on the run. Bounce pass ends up in the stick of Greg Bray. Full yard. Low to low, this one goes wide. Greg Bray behind the net, scoops up the loose ball, throws it into the corner for Dewart. Liam McKenna tries to lay a hit. Wong's got to climb a ladder. Bouncer ends up in the ceiling. 12:01 left to go in period number 2. Nielsen finds Matt Dick. Matt Dick up for Shellington. Ellingson is on him. Now Morris has to catch up to Dick. Believe Ellingson got his stick inside. Osterman has it again. The captain, defender all over him. Penalty coming up here against Joe Fowler. Obvious hold, and Fort Saskatchewan going to be back at the sin bin here as Joe Fowler goes for a jog. You can see on the right side of your screen as Joe Fowler ends up getting tied up right about there with his Beaumont Outlaws counterpart, and he's off to the sin bin for what he hopes is a full 2 minutes. Right at the point on the power play. Takahara's in for the loose ball, has to fix his cage, and he's got a one-on-one. Corey Takahara inside, outside on his backhand. He thought about driving. Now he'll run himself behind the cage. Man down, full yard. Is happy to eat some of this penalty clock. 5 to shoot. Nolski has it. Ball got deflected, has it back. One bouncer got on goal as Cavalinas sealed off that near pipe. Garen Nolski spent time with Canada at E-Box this year over in Prague before the Al Shabreski Memorial. Roy here, 5-hole attempt. McMillan got a piece of it. 52 seconds left on the penalty kill. Royer's going to be back up top on this power play. Look, Horlack has their second of the game. Royer now trying to go stick side. McMillan boots it to the corner. 3 saves for McMillan here on this penalty kill. Lehman, Royer, pass got knocked down by Wojciech. Ang was back on the penalty kill, throws this one out for Murphy. Matt Murphy probably happy to hold on to it here as they can kill off the rest of the penalty to Joe Fowler. And D worked. 3 left in the penalty, 5 to shoot. Stick side, goes wide, and Ang's got to leave it on the concrete. Needham in transition with Green and Rye. Green, far side fake, short side shot, and he's stopped by McMillan. John McMillan with the big save, and I believe Green is going to be heading off to the penalty box. Interference is the call. Fort Saskatchewan goes to the power play. Good time to tell you about the next game coming up here on CROW LAX TV. Friday, 2 nights from today, the Edmonton Warriors take on the St. Albert Crew. 8 o'clock face-off. Mohamed Joma will have the call. Watch it all live, all for free on CROW LAX TV. Rebels on the power play. Up 5-3 in the JRC. Ang has Bure up top. Greg Bure down for Wheaton. Scored on a quick stick earlier. This one won't fall. Bure again. Full yards inside. Glove saved by Cavalinas. Couple of early saves for Scott Cavalinas. 90 seconds left on the man advantage. Bray for A. Full yard now. Pass got deflected. Nolski can't control. Outlet for Rye, and now full yard, and Nolski, they're going to get into it as Brett Orr gets tossed to the ground. Now Nolski and Kai Bailey will have some words. Full yard's got a hold of Bailey. Orr's got to peel himself off the paint, and looks like Nolski might be getting the only one. Dallin Rye is saying, hey, I had a breakaway, if not for this tomfoolery. Looks like the two of them will be serving coincidentals as we await the actual call. Well, the refs will give Dean Woywitka and Taylor Osterman an explanation of what's going on here. It's a major on Garen Nolski, and would assume it'll be a minor then on Brett Orr. So Rebels will not start with the ball, but they'll have a man advantage here. It'll be a 4-on-3 for 74 seconds. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. If you've got the hockey game on PVR, hammer mute right now. Florida sweeps Carolina 4-3, the final score in NHL playoff action tonight. Osterman inside for Lehman, stripped of the ball. It's Nguyen on the back check. Now Wong had a breakaway, and he boots it back for Rye. Dallin Rye with Shellington inside all alone. Ball goes wide. Ellingson runs over Shellington, but Rye and Nguyen collide as well. We've got refs pointing at everyone, so I don't have an official call for you. We'll take a look at the replay after Wong booted this one back. Looks like Ellingson and Nguyen are getting penalties here. You see on the back check, Nguyen goes and sits down Roy, and then maybe a little bit late by Ellingson. And so Fort Saskatchewan putting the penalty box clock operators to work. 3-on-3 Lacrosse, open up the floor. Rye guarded by Takahara. Shellington down for Lehman. Ball's on the floor, and here goes Matt Murphy. Foot race with Rye. Matt Murphy now. Bouncer, easy save by Cavalinas, and it bounces back to him. "20 seconds until Beaumont heads to the man advantage. Joe Royer looking for some help. Feels empty on the floor. It's a 3-on-3 practice style game right now. Joe Royer, swim move inside around Takahara, and he scores. Roll the highlight reel. Joe Royer buries and finishes, and 3-on-3 Lacrosse ends in a goal for the Outlaws. Joe Royer, the righty, picks up a swim move around Corey Takahara. Drives towards the net, and he pulls it stick side on John McMillan to make it a 1-goal game. The importance of that one, it was with 2 seconds left in his teammates' penalties, so it's not going to use up any of their power play time either. 7:26 left to go here in the middle frame in Fort Saskatchewan. Rebels up by 1, but they've got an extended penalty kill on their hands. Greg Bray stumped by Cavalinas. So it'll be a 4-on-3 for the next 36 seconds, and then it'll be a 5-on-3 for about 2 minutes flat. Dick has Shellington crease side. McMillan gets it with the right pat. Ball's going to roll all the way down to Scott Cavalinas. He'll trap it with the big wooden stick and set it up for Matt Dick. Adam Horlak has Dallin Rye. Matt Dick shoots and scores. Goes low on John McMillan, and we're tied at 5. Penalty trouble costs Fort Saskatchewan. As the Outlaws have now brought this back to level ground with 6:41 left to go in period number 2. First power play goal of the game for the Outlaws goes to Matt Dick. And I believe at the penalty box there, Cam Ellington saying, hey, I want to get out of here. But that's actually going to count on the major, in which you're allowed to score multiple goals on without it being affected. So it'll still be a 4-on-3 here for the next 2 seconds. Then it'll be a 5-on-3 for a couple of minutes. Shellington out there, Needham as well. Nielsen wins the draw back to Jaden Green, and now the Outlaws chance to take the lead here. Tied at 5 in the JRC. Joe Royer for Shellington. Quick stick far side, bounces off target. Royer trying to run back, and it bounces into his own bench. Tanner Tassi with the outlet. 5-on-3 is the advantage Beaumont has right now. Minute 50 left to go in that. 6 to go here in the period. Greg Bright does it on the shot clock. Ethan Watt basically putting miles on the Fitbit right now. There's not much of an opportunity to score. Bright pushed back by Green. Bouncer goes off Cavalinas and out of play. They'll say it was after the shot clock, though. Five-on-3 continues for the Outlaws. Right, down for Royer. One hand on his stick, try to catch that pass. Now he's got to get McMillan running back. Ball got knocked down by Tassi in front. Murphy's there too, and Royer has it 4 to shoot. He'll run it in himself. Save made by McMillan, and now Tassi will settle it down. Outlet for Dean Wojciechowski. 5 to go in the period. 50 seconds left in the 5-on-3 penalty kill. Then the Rebels will be shorthanded for approximately 28 seconds after that. Jordan Dewart now. Fake inside pass, and he takes a big hit from Kai Bailey. He's been throwing his weight around all game. Dewart not too happy about that. Gets a couple extra whacks in. Bailey, he'll have a word for the ref before he jogs off, but he knows the gamesmanship. You give and take in lacrosse. Right, Royer inside over to Shellington, has McMillan down, and the sights just aren't quite set right now for Shellington. Joe Fowler up the floor. Over to Wong, and it's back to a 5-on-4 kill for Fort Saskatchewan. They've taken 13 minutes in penalties here in period at number 2, all of which I think you could say have been justified. Full yard, shot clock expiring. Pass back for Takahara, and he scores! Short-handed Corey Takahara has his second of the game. What a feed by Marcus Fouillard. Shot clock expiring. Short-handed. And it's over to Takahara, and instead of quick sticking it as well, he takes that extra second. And that gets Cavalinas all sorts out of position. And he finds the back of the net to make it 6-5 for the Rebels. Now Ellingson runs over Needham. Garanolski's out of the box, and we're back to even strength. Backdoor feed for Shellington. Got the quick stick on net, and McMillan gets over to make his 14th save of the game. Per the scoreboard, that is. Not official stat keeping here. Fouillard over to Ang. Trying to go low to high. Cavalinas took away the angle. Inside look, and Ang can't handle the pass. Kai Bailey up the floor. Drops for Dick. Outlaws down by 1. 2:50 to go in period number 2. Joe Royer. Tokar. Has Horlak. Pushed back by Schmerman. Good defense there by Bryce Schmerman to take away the lane, and Joe Royer gets that shot off. But again, Schmerman gets out, gets his body in the way, and doesn't give Joe Royer the look he wants as a shooter. Okay. Pass over to Dick. It's in his feet. Now Morris will jump on him. He got around, but a moving pick got called, and Fort Saskatchewan gets it back the other way. Bryce Schmerman, 50-plus goals in Junior B last season for the St. Albert CROW. Another CROW alumni, and Garanolski out to Fouillard, and he scores around the defender, short side. Marcus Fouillard makes it a 7-5 game. Marcus Fouillard has his first of the night. Picked it up top. Little step inside on the defender, and he rips it glove side low on Scott Cavalinas to give Fort Saskatchewan a 2-goal lead with less than 2 to play. .100 seconds flat left to go in period number 2. Tokar's got it again. Feed for Shellington off his stick. Takahara flip pass for Murphy. Nielsen off the bench. Ends up playing the ball instead of the body. Probably smart right there. Nielsen chases down Murphy. One arm flip intended for Jordan Wheaton. He's got to run back on it. We saw that one arm flip work nicely yesterday at the Junior B game for Carter Albrecht with a beauty against the CROW. Ang. Shot clock running down, 3 to shoot. Wheaton's on goal. Blocker like save by Cavalinas. Wong now. Double team inside. Nielsen tracks down the ball. It ends up going in front of the Rebels bench, but he'll slow it down there. Matt Dick, 18 on the shot clock. Dallin Wright, 2 for 1 attempt. Save made by McMillan. Pops out for the Rebels, and they'll go for a breakaway instead of the offensive look. Fouillard picked it back up, though. Cavalinas thinks it was in the crease. I think that was in the crease as well. But Fort Saskatchewan will get their timeout here as Fouillard has a couple of words with Dick as they'll go off. Cavalinas still pleading his case to the refs, but the Rebels get a timeout in here. So we'll step aside with 20 seconds left to go in period number 2. And 19.9 seconds to be exact is what they're going to throw up on the clock here. 7-5, Fort Saskatchewan leads. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV this evening. Alberta Series Lacrosse coming to you live and for free on YouTube. 3 lefties, 3 righties on the floor. John McMillan's on the bench. It's a 6-on-5 look. Greg Bray up top. Thought he might be ISO'd off by Brett Orr. Now they'll run it Fouillard. Has the latest for Fort Saskatchewan. Tries a similar shot. Got saved. Ang's on the rebound and he scores! 0.3 seconds left to go in the period, and Ethan Ang finds the back of the net. A scramble play inside, and Ethan Ang picks it off. Thought Fouillard might have had it. He maybe stole it from him. But Ang grabs it. He's got his 3rd of the season, 2nd of the game, and Fort Saskatchewan leads by 3 as we head into the final period here at the JRC. We'll be back to recap that second frame, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and more coming up next on CROW LAX TV. Welcome back inside the Jubilee Recreation Center. It's Cody Janza with you on CROW LAX TV. Alberta Series Lacrosse action on a Wednesday night from Fort Saskatchewan sees the Rebels take on the Beaumont Outlaws. Fort Saskatchewan going right to left on your TV screen, wearing their home reds. Beaumont going left right in their road whites. Rebels up 8-5. Shots 29-19 after 40 minutes of play. Greg Bray, Corey Takahara, Marcus Fouillard, and Ethan Egg had goals for the Fort in that second period. Dallin Rye, Joe Royer, and then the other goal scorer was Matt Dick for Beaumont in the second frame. Matt Dick, the ball handler right now, spins off of Ellingson. Royers behind the net, avoids a cross check, got the fadeaway. It goes off the side of the net, and it pops up. Tokar controls. Royer, minute into period number 3. Beaumont's power play had a lot of opportunities. They struggled to capitalize in period number 2. Royer's on the rebound, and he scores. Joe Royer keeps his feet out of the crease, and he's got his second. And Beaumont cuts the lead down to 2. John McMillan made that first save, but it's Joe Royer swooping in. He's now got his second of the evening, 5th of the season. Too shy of Dallin Rye for the team lead. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. Florida finishes off Carolina in the NHL playoffs. 4-3 a final there. Matthew Tkachuk is clutch as it gets WLA action. Langley, 8-0 after the first period against Burnaby. And MSL, I don't believe there's any games going on this evening out in Ontario. Rebel shot goes wide, and the Outlaws will get possession. Tokar's up top. Matt Dick near side of the floor. Swing feed. Tokar shot, scores! A low one beats John McMillan, and it's a 1-goal game. Michael Tokar has his first of the season, and this one just sneaks past John McMillan. Low on the glove side, and Beaumont has brought this back to a 1-goal contest. Fouillard for Bray. Back to Fouillard. Hard pick set by Takahara on Needham. Ref doesn't like that, and they'll give Beaumont possession. Horlak trying to do it himself there. Bounces that one off the boards and into the ceiling. Final score from the Junior A circuit, I will add, Okotoks beats the Calgary Mounties 7-6. Raiders 3-0 this season, Mounties 0-3. The Edmonton Miners will play both of them Saturday, Sunday. Fouillard, low shot, goes off the post, off the back of Cavalinas, and it'll be grabbed by McKenna. 17 minutes left to go here in period number 3. Fouillard, extra effort, causes a turnover. It's on the ground. Fowler's in as well. And the Outlaws will end up controlling. Look out down the shot clock. Green now ends up on the concrete, tries to roll one in, and McMillan saves him. Garanolski. Double team comes on the boards. Tries to push it around Nielsen, and Steven Nielsen, the big man, gets in the way. Devin Baldock turns on the Jets, runs it up to the restraining line. David Lehman. 1 goal, 1 assist for him this season. Royer and Rye. Give and go. Royer, cycle up top. Matt Dick. Lehman across the floor. Rye with the shot. McMillan with the save. And the Team Ireland netminder slows the play down for the Rebels. Corey Takahara. He's on hat-trick watch. The hidden ball fake worked earlier. Not this time. Wong. Down for Wheaton. Defenders on him. Dewart's taken to the ground awkwardly, and he's going to grab his knee. Nielsen back the other way. Ref still hasn't blown it down, and now they will. Jordan Dewart down on the ground, got his legs tangled up, and it took the refs a little while to blow it down. Not too happy about that are the Rebels bench. But while the trainers will get up there, looks like Dewart is going to hop off. Not putting a lot of weight on that left leg. Good to see Dewart putting a little bit of weight on that leg. Not a ton, but he'll get looked at by the trainer here. Rebels up by 1. Joe Royer with the ball. 5-hole save as John McMillan closes the wicket. Cam Ellingson leaves it for Wong. Wong has Marcus Fouillard. And getting into it with Nielsen. Got the ball back. Ellingson's in tight and doesn't miss by much. Couple inches over the net. Wong, hard cross check, takes a couple, still has it. Shot went wide as the shot clock was expiring. An interesting note, shouldn't have taken me 45 minutes to point it out to you. We got 2 goalies in non-traditional goalie helmets. We've got the field style domes on Cavalinas and McMillan. Not sure the last time we've seen that, but that's just for a style over performance type of fans. Jordan Wheaton gets it at the middle. The Swiss Army knife for Marcus Fouillard. Boy, if there's someone you want to see take off offensively, it's Marcus Fouillard. 1 goal in the game. It's been a little quieter than he would hope. Takahara now driving to the middle, bundled by a couple of defenders. Helmet comes off, got a shot on goal, but the refs will blow it down. Got to fix that chin strap and maybe do it up a little tighter, as the Outlaws will get their offensive 5 on the floor. The captain, Taylor Osterman, walks down the middle and he lets a cannon go, but he puts it into the backboards. Cavalinas bounce pass for Dick. Bryce Schmerman's up top. I'll give him a shot as he heads off for a change. Dick with the bouncer goes off the arm of McMillan and out of play, meaning the Outlaws get the reset and a fresh 30. No cut. Lehman up top. Back pedal shot got deflected by Wojcicka. Dean Wojcicka runs down the half wall. Ang was cutting towards the back post. Inside feed for Wong. Short side. It's off the post. The Rebels kind of needed one in the worst way, and Wong whips it off the post. But now he'll force a turnover as Needham loses it. Murphy scoops it up to Fouillard. Back for Wong. 12:30 to go here in period at number 3. Bray, Wong, bouncer goes up and out of play. Now Bailey and Nolsky will continue words. Joe Royer for Dallin Wright. Wright. Laban. Little BTB pass for Ryan. It's off the helmet of McMillan. Royer now pushed into the boards. Fowler's up as well. Shellington's in tight. Save made by McMillan. And it ends up rolling behind the net. Morris, the outlets, finds Logan Noyan waiting in the neutral zone. You'll notice no Kyle Schmidt on the bench for Fort Saskatchewan, injured in their season opener against the Miners. Good to see Jordan Dewart back on the floor. Got that shot off, and now he's got to climb a ladder and intercepts the pass by Cavalinas. Dewart down the middle, stopped by Cavalinas. Rebound pops out to Fouillard. Fouillard corrals as Nolsky and Bray as his righties. Dewart gets the little pick and pop, and he rips one off the melon of Cavalinas. Greg Bray can shoot from anywhere to the middle. Booted out by the Beaumont netminder, and Garen Nolsky's going to keep this possession alive. Dewart to Beret, right in the middle, whips it wide. Couple of grade A looks right now for Fort Saskatchewan. They're unable to capitalize on. Fouillard again. Bouncer won't drop. Bouncing all the way back to John McMillan, and with 3 seconds left in the shot clock, he's just going to whip this one down. Don't forget, next game on CROW LAX TV is coming up on Friday, this Friday, May 26th, 8 o'clock. The Edmonton Warriors take on the St. Albert Crew. Watch it all live, watch it all for free. Mohamed Joba will have the call right here on CROW LAX TV. Osterman, pass got picked off by Matt Murphy, and now Matt Murphy has a break. Rise on the trail. Murphy stripped of the ball. Dallin Wright. If Beaumont comes back, think of that play. Horlak has Ryan side to set a pick. Spins open. Matt Dick now defended by Jacob Morris. Got around Bryce Schmerman to the net, and John McMillan with one of his better saves this evening, but Bryce Schmerman is going to get called for the hold. John McMillan now up to 20 saves per the scoreboard. And Beaumont getting their 7th power play of the game. They've got one on the man advantage, and it came off the stick of Matt Dick. Osterman has Royer up top. Shellington. Lehman are the lefties. Royer inside. Save made by McMillan. He's got Ellingson sprinting. But he'll hand this one off. Logan Noya now turns on the burners. 10 seconds just in time. Not an 8-second rule here. They give him 10 in senior. Short-handed. They've got 3 forwards on the floor, and Noyan's going to stay in play. Fouillard. Low to low goes wide. Greg Beret has it up top. Long range shot. Save made by Cavalinas. And now the Rebels will have to retreat for their penalty kill to get on the floor. Dallin Rye. Shellington. Back pedal by Rice. Shellington thought he dropped it for a second, or maybe he's just trying to fake everyone out. Rye, hammer shot, goes high and wide. Here's Matt Murphy, another breakaway. I'm not sure Rye's going to catch him on this one again, but Murphy fires and scores! On the breakaway, Matt Murphy shorthanded, and Fort Saskatchewan leads 9-7. Dallin Rye was unable to catch him that time as Matt Murphy buzzes down the floor. He's got his first of the season, and this one puts Fort Saskatchewan up by a pair. Second shorthanded goal of the game for Fort Saskatchewan, and Beaumont's power play woes continue. Don't forget the Outlaws, still missing a couple of key pieces, though. Camwin Greniak, Zach Wildeboer, Liam McCann. Those three have combined for 9 goals in their opening 3 games. Jordan Dewart, 13 on the shot clock, 7 left in the penalty to Schmermont. Greg Barreal drive, hard pick got set, trying to go short side on Cavalinas. Call is coming up on Nielsen, I do believe. He's not happy about it. Wheaton's going to have a word with the officials as well. Nielsen will take the helmet off and he'll go and grab a breather. Face mask is going to be the call, it looks like. Only a 2-minute. I don't know, maybe they're going to say it's accidental. We'll wait for an official call. Rebels going back to the power play. 1 for 3 so far tonight. Greg Beret up top. Angs inside. Short side. Save made by Cavalinas. He scoops it over, and Wheaton slap shots that one. Goes wide anyways. Greg Beret's up top on the power play. Fouillard pulls the ball out of the jungle. Greg Beret with it. Cavalinas the save as he steps over to his left. Cavalinas finds Green. Green has a second to get this on and just barely got it over the restraining line. Quick stick by Liebman. Save made by McMillan. Now Corey Takahara got a cross check in on Jaden Green, and he's going to be heading off. You figured they'd be looking for those. And Corey Takahara gave him a reason to even it up, and we'll play 4-on-4 for the next 76 seconds. (9-7) Fort Saskatchewan lead. 6:40 left to go in regulation. Joe Royer around Tassie to the net. Royer stuffed by McMillan. Pop fly in the air. And Shellington's in there as well, trying to come down with it. Lehman up top. They'll reset and they'll send it back to the corner. Shellington for Lehman. Got the pick to the net and he scores. Lehman cuts the lead in half as he goes short side high on McMillan. David Lehman runs it around, and Ellingson got caught up with the defender, and they go short side high on John McMillan. It's now a 9-8 game with 6:15 left to go in period number 3. Fouillard has D-Word up top. 4-on-4 for another 23 seconds. Fouillard, backdoor. Ang's robbed by Cavalinas. What a save right there. Scott Cavalinas throws up the big wooden stick, and he got a piece of the Ang quick stick. Ang's pass through the middle, 15 on the shot clock. D-Word boots it. Rebels are now shorthanded as Nielsen's out of the sin bin. D-Word takes the cross check. Fouillard has it. Double bouncer on Cavalinas. And now D-Word's going to step up on Nielsen in the corner. Outlaws on the power play, down by 1. Joe Royer behind the crease. Rye, couple of fakes. They'll say it hit McMillan. And so they get the reset. Royer has Osterman up top. Takahara's out of the box. Royer, quick shot on goal, save made by McMillan. Rebounds out in front. Osterman has it, and it's a kick save by John McMillan. Marty Brodeur, Dallas Celiak, whoever you want to compare it to, it's pretty damn good. Joe Royer again, and he scores! On the move, Joe Royer blasts one past McMillan, and we're tied at 9. Rebels fans have seen this a little more than they'd like at the JRC, mostly at the junior levels. But Joe Royer, around his defender, uses Morris as a screen, and he beats McMillan low to the glove side. We're knotted at 9. Ang now in transition. Little toe drag around Ryan. Runs away from Needham. Ethan Ang behind the net. Garanolski hands it off for Greg Barea. Now Rye's going to punch this one forward. He's in a foot race with McMillan, and McMillan slaps it over to Barea. No reset. They're going to count it down. Takahara to the middle. A couple of fakes. Stop made by Cavalinas. Less than 4 minutes to go in regulation. 9-9 tie right now. Matt Dick with the behind the back stop by Cavalinas. And now Horlak is knocked to the ground by Wojciech. Outlaws are rolling. They've scored 4 in this third period. Bryce Schmerman soaks one, and he'll be feeling that for the rest of the week and weekend. Dick for Horlak. Around Wojciech. Penalty coming. Save made by McMillan. But a penalty is upcoming, and I believe Beaumont is going to the power play as Wojciech get caught for the hold. One for 8 is this Outlaws power play, but that means nothing at the end of the night if they come out of it with 2 points. Rye is up top. Shellington, Lehman, those are the lefties. Osterman, Royer are your righties. Dallin Roy over to Shellington. Short side save made by McMillan. Bounces right back to Nathan Shellington. 3 goals, 1 assist coming into this game. Over to Rye. Shot got deflected. Nguyen grabs it. Ang on the penalty kill. Sets the pick. Nguyen thinking about running. Decides to wisely pull this one back. Get the forwards on the floor. And Fouillard passed down for Wong. Got deflected by Michael Gillespie. Jaden Green forces a turnover. 65 seconds left to go on the Outlaws power play. 2:11 left to go in period number 3. Hidden ball trick right now. Rye has it up top. Osterman to the middle. Lehman. Pass knocked down by Ellingson. Still up for grabs. Joe Royer. Does he have another run up? Stumped by McMillan as this time he tries to go stick side. And then McMillan floats one to Ellingson. A turnover here, and that's what it is. Beaumont, another opportunity on the power play. Minute 30 left to go. 20 seconds left in the Outlaws power play. Shellington, near side corner. Rye on the back pedal. Feed got deflected by Joe Fowler. Bouncing through the middle. Osterman set the pick. Rye runs it inside. Horlack trying to go 5-hole. Save made by McMillan. He's down on his knees. Loose ball's there. And Rye controls. Woywitka on the forecheck, rolls it back. Outlaws are looking gassed. Fowler tells Takahara to get up there. Horlack, room to shoot. McMillan with another save. On the ground, McMillan takes out another rebound, but the Rebels holding on for dear life right now. Lehman, blocker-like save by McMillan. 5 shots in the last couple of minutes, all turned aside by 88 Red. Osterman to the middle, falling stop by Johnny. Tanner Tassie slow to get off. McMillan with the save, and I believe Fort Saskatchewan is going to get their timeout in while they wipe the floor. Jeff Wright, Sam Dalkin company will draw up a play and we'll step aside. 29 seconds left to go in regulation, and it's Fort Saskatchewan ball when we come back. Don't forget, next game on CROW LAX TV is coming up on Friday as the Edmonton Warriors take on the St. Albert CROW. 8 o'clock face-off, all for free, all on CROW LAX TV. Fort Saskatchewan Rebels will have the ball. 29 seconds left to go in regulation. Fouillard, Wheaton, Wong are the lefties. Ang, Nolsky, Beret are the righties. 6 on 5, McMillan's on the bench. They'll run it down till about the 8-second mark to draw up something. Greg Beret with it. Now he wants to go. Fouillard steps in. Short sidekick saved by Cavalinas. Loose ball push got called. There's a second left. Wong over to Beret as the time's expiring. And Cavalinas got just enough of it in his jersey, and off to overtime we go in Fort Saskatchewan. 5-minute sudden death overtime. Coming up next on CROW LAX TV. Off to overtime we go in the JRC. It's the Fort Saskatchewan Senior Rebels home opener, and we get some free lacrosse. Drop your game winner predictions, or who's going to score, in the chat right now if you're watching on YouTube Live. Garen Nolski, Steven Nielsen off the draw. Jaden Green bulldozed by Nolski, meaning the Outlaws get their first possession of the extra frame. They peppered John McMillan with 20 shots in that third period. They scored 4 goals. Joe Royer with the latest. He's got a hat trick, and he's the reason Beaumont's got a chance at the extra point. Shellington over to Rye, and he's stopped by McMillan. John McMillan with a massive save. Rye gets the reset to the middle again. Save made by Johnny. Fort Saskatchewan, it's been done by committee on offense. You've got a couple that have come off the stick of Ethan Ang. Corey Takahara has a couple as well. Greg Bure just with what? Here's Ang. He's on hat-trick watch. 5-hole. It's behind Cavalinas, and it rolls just wide. Opportunity knocked for the former junior Rebel star. Tokar. Rebels a little slow getting their defense on the floor. Joe Royer, 10 on the shot clock. Trying to cut to the middle. Royer now, push back. Good defense by Walker. Now Royer finds himself with some space. McMillan with the save as the shot clock is expiring. And Fowler's going to have to battle with Rye for the loose ball. Rye's going to pick it up for a second. Fowler's there too. The battle ensues. Rye has it. He'll throw this one all the way back for Cavalinas. 3 to go here in overtime. 5 minutes sudden death. If there's no goals, it's a tie. 9-9. Beaumont tied the Miners in their last contest. Dick with the shot. McMillan with the save. And more importantly, he doesn't give up a rebound. Bryce Schmerment sends it up for Logan Noya. Greg Bure, 4 goals in this season so far. Just the second game for the Rebels. Pass for D-Word. Grabbed by Bure. Greg Bure to the middle. Stopped by Cavalinas. Rebounds there. Nolski has it. And he'll take a handful of lumberjack chops from Outlaw defenders. D-Word up top. Down to Wong. The lefty to the middle. Trying to go low. He ripped that off the leg of D-Word. Friendly fire. 8 to shoot. Full yard, wrong side of the road. Looking to go 5-hole. Cavalinas with the save. It'll bounce for Nielsen. Bure's in there too. And Nolski ends up breaking his stick over Jaden Green. Outlaws will run. Green's pass deflected. Intended for Shellington. Ellingson will run up on it now. Cam Ellingson waits for support. Jordan Wheaton now. 100 seconds to be exact left in overtime here. Full yard. Pump fake for the crowd. Over to Ellingson. Tests out the logo of Cavalinas as the rebound drops to Nielsen. Dallin Rye. Defended by Fowler. Now he's got Joe Royer in the corner. Royer has Noyan give him a couple of whacks. Pick gets set. Royer pushed back. Matt Murphy causes a turnover. Shot clock's about to expire. He got it on goal, and I'm not sure they would have counted it if it would have gone in, but last minute of overtime now. If someone's got to be a hero, the time is now. Jordan Wheaton, he scored his handful of overtime winners in the JRC, even dating back to the Senior Warrior days. Full yard behind the net. 5 to shoot. Out for Wheaton. Bouncer stopped by Cavalinas. He's down on the ground, and they're going to blow this one down. I believe it caught Cavalinas up high. The trainers are going to run out and take a look. He's a little slow to get up, but looks like he'll be all right. Now the discussion becomes who had possession of the ball. The ball was loose, so I believe we'll get a face-off, and I think that is the fair way to solve it here. 31.3 seconds is what's up on the clock. So Nolsky and Nielsen will battle it out for the last possession, potentially, of overtime. Pardon me, it looks like Osterman will step in to the dot. Nolsky there as well, his second year of senior lacrosse, coming out of the CROW Lacrosse Club program. Osterman, the captain. Ref lets him play. It's on the ground, and now it becomes a loose ball rally. They're going to blow this down. No one had possession, and are they going to give Beaumont a timeout? I think that's the discussion right now. I would say the fair play is to redo a face-off. And unfortunately for Fort Saskatchewan, I believe they would have beat him to that loose ball race. The Beaumont coaching staff aren't happy about it, but they had a front row seat to see it was a loose ball. Well, looks like everyone gets an extra timeout here in overtime. But they're not going to charge the Outlaws. No one actually had possession. And so we'll redo it at the dot. They're not going to bring it back up to 31 seconds, but Nolsky and Osterman battle it out. They're going to blow this one down, and now Lehman's getting into it with Takahara. Emotions running high. It looked like it got caught in the back of Osterman's stick. Now they're going to need a wipe of the floor, and we might just have another face-off here. 3 more, and we can just run out the clock. Well, I think they're actually going to call a face-off violation on Fort Saskatchewan. And so the Outlaws are going to get the last possession here. And I would assume they use their timeout to drop a play. One more look at the out-of-town scoreboard for tonight. WLA action. The Langley Thunder up 16-2 on the Burnaby Lakers after 2 periods. Junior A, it's a final. Okotoks beats the Calgary Mounties 7-6. Raiders now 3-0 in the season. Mounties 0-3. Dallin Rye has it up top, and with 12 seconds left in overtime, this is likely the final possession. Outlaws 6-on-5. Lehman takes the early shot, blocked by Noyen, and it heads out of play. They're going to let him blow it in right up top. Dallin Rye steps into it. That goes wide. It's off Shellington, and Fort Saskatchewan escapes with a point. Beaumont has back-to-back ties. 9-9 your final score inside the JRC. John McMillan, fantastic. Fort Saskatchewan just unable to get offense in that third period or overtime. Couldn't generate when they needed it. 3 stars of the night on CROW LAX TV. Number 3, Corey Takahara opened the scoring, had 2 goals for Fort Saskatchewan. He's your 3rd star this evening. 2nd star of the game from the Beaumont Outlaws, Joe Royer had a hat trick. Without him, this game doesn't go to overtime. And your 1st star of the night, John McMillan. 35 saves in the game. Crucial. Beaumont put 20 on him in that third period. And John McMillan held the fort when it mattered most. 5 saves in overtime as well. And he saves a point for Fort Saskatchewan, their first of the season. They'll drop to 0-1-1. The Outlaws, 1 win, 1 loss, 2 ties on the season. CROW LAX TV's back on the air on Friday, 8 o'clock start. Edmonton Warriors take on the St. Albert Crew. And until next time, be kind, be better.